We're James and Michelle, and we have spent the last 2 years building our dream rammed earth geothermal greenhouse. If you're new here, stick around because the best is yet to come. On this episode of The Thai Life, the big exciting thing, brand new banana tree.
You just want all the green gone?
It's the game plan, boss. I do know they're invasive, and I do know that if we don't take care of them, they will swallow up my garden. And yeah, we're gonna grow bananas, which is amazing. There's so much pollen on the glass.
We need rain.
We need rain. This is our second douse of pollen this season. James is really feeling it in the sinus department. Hey, come on in. As promised, we're going to do a greenhouse tour. It's chilly today. I mean, relatively speaking. Things have really popped off in here since the last time I showed you. First stop, this big bed of miscellaneous greens that I did. We have been eating this every meal. I have been giving this away on the daily, and we still have tons, but it is going to seed. So that's how it looks when it goes to seed and it gets bitter, unfortunately. I can cherry pick through here for some nice greens, but it's probably going to go to the chickens soon, which is a shame, but I can do another one. I did a whole bunch of dill over here, and it's going to get really nice and tall, but it's doing really, really well. This is the kind of dill that you use for canning. It smells amazing. Over here, I've got some zinnias, some rutabagas. They're going to get really big. This is, I can't remember what this is, but it's a little perennial flower circle thing. And then I put my yarrow in here. And these, once the season is over in this greenhouse, they're going to get moved over to the round earth greenhouse. And then along the middle, all my peas are coming up. And I got my trellising just in time. So I'm trying to just guide them to grow and grab onto the trellising all the way along. And then I've got radishes. These are for James. These are rainbow radish. They're going to be done. I bet you, no, they're a little small still. You can feel, yeah, they're a little small, but they're just going crazy. Radish all the way along. In the back here, this back bed is all wildflower cut flowers, or I guess just wild cut flowers. Anyway, it's one of those shaker boxes of miscellaneous, and I just threw them in there. They're really going to be, this is going to look beautiful and full of color, and I can't wait with this. What else? These little flower planters that I did that I'm going to put around. I started them in here, and I'm going to put them around the property with nasturtiums and calendula they're pretty much ready to go. My little terracotta pot that I showed you last time, that's popping off too. I stuck some zinnias in there as well. The big exciting thing that I just think looks so cool in here already is my brand new banana tree. Picked this up at the garden center. This leaf was just like a tiny thing when I got it, and that was about 3 days ago. This is called, can't remember how many varieties of bananas trees there are. I read it. This one's called a Musa, 10 inches. Wow, it's going to get bigger than that. It's going to be 20 feet. This is going to go in the rammed earth greenhouse, as well as a couple other things I'll show you on the other side of the greenhouse. But I am stoked. It's loving it in here. And yeah, we're going to grow bananas, which is amazing. I have pepper and tomato starts and this awesome herb basket that I did up for our friend and neighbor. She gets me to do one for her every year. And then when she comes out for the summer, she's all ready to go with her gardening. That's a weed. So that's those. I've got a little rosemary basket down here. The little sign that James's mom made me a couple Christmases ago. This again will move into the round earth greenhouse too, but I've seen rosemary grow into huge like trees if you let it continue going on and on. So a lot of what I'm doing in here, I'm planning for when this greenhouse is done that we can move things into the round earth greenhouse. So it's a little bit different way of thinking about doing things this year. And then while we're down here, this is all, these are all broccolis and cauliflowers that I have yet to put in the garden, but I plan to do that this afternoon. Quickly over here, I'll show you this is my culinary herb garden that I was planting in one of the last videos. So I've got everything. There's mint, I've got mint separate, whole bunch of different kinds of basil, cilantro that's already going to seed. That off. Smells really good. Thyme and marjoram, parsley, sage, more basil, and then I did some lettuce blend salad mix here, and some onions. And then there's a whole bunch of actually these are all green onions that I started inside. Hopefully they'll work in here. And then back here we just have our little chill space. And my staging ground for seedlings and hardening off for the garden and all that good stuff. I also got for the round earth greenhouse. Oh, I knew I was going to do that. This is a grape. This is a grape tree. Yeah, this is a vining grape tree. Did I leave the tag on? Yeah. Marquee grape. So it's already trying to climb. So I stuck this bamboo in, but this will grow 20 feet up and then it will, oh, I forgot to check if I had any egg on my face.
You're good.
Okay, we just had breakfast. So this is going to grow up in the greenhouse, up in the rammed earth greenhouse in the tallest bit where there's 20 feet, and then it's going to vine across. And from what I've heard, you can get like 20 to 30 pounds of grapes a year out of these grape trees. So fun. And I have a mini, couldn't help myself. This is a mini banana plant. This is called a dwarf Cavendish. I honestly obviously have never grown any tropical fruit before, so this is all going to be really fun, enjoyable, I hope, for you, the viewer, when I get to it. And then this is an olive tree. They had another one. This one was $70. They had another one that was about 3 times the size, but it was $200. And I thought, whatever, I'll just get this, see how it does. And
I think it was like $500.
was it?
Yeah, it was really expensive.
It was the size of like, it was bigger than my banana tree. So anyway, so olives. And first, I'm going to do citrus. I'm going to do all kinds of things in the greenhouse, but I wasn't able to find any other tropical trees here in the town nearest to us. And I think it's also seasonal, so I might have to wait until next spring to order them, but I'm going to keep looking and we'll get there. But yeah, I think that's about it. It's really nice in here. Everything's doing amazing. And
Just
Yeah.
need rain.
we need rain. Pray for rain. So we have a problem that we've been trying to deal with for, actually, this will be season 2. These thistles are invading the back corner of my garden and popping up in my garden everywhere like crazy. And I don't know a lot about thistles, but I do know they're invasive, and I do know that if we don't take care of them, they will swallow up my garden. So James finally has Tangerine here, our mini excavator, and we are going to dig out all the thistles along the outside of the fence so that they don't jump over to my garden, and hopefully that will take care of them. We're going to dig, I don't know, a foot down, and then I'm going to be planting. My mother-in-law gave me some hollyhocks, so I'm going to plant hollyhocks all along the outside, which will tower over and sort of cover the fence. So I'm excited about that. Well, James is waiting for me. He's going to start digging.
You just want all the green gone?
All the green thistles, please.
You know the rest of them?
Pardon?
They're so close to the fence, I can't really get them.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. I can get them by hand.
I got most of them.
Thank you.
Is that it?
Yeah. Tricky little suckers. Look at those roots. Ow. Ow. Next stop for Tangerine, our mini excavator, is leveling out the inside of the rammed earth greenhouse, which is also full of weeds and some thistles. This is going to level it off so we can start planting and making our garden beds in here. Well, first we have to add soil and do a whole bunch of other things, which we'll show you in an upcoming video. But yeah, we got to get it leveled out first.
Put that there. Gotta get rid of some stuff. I gotta grab my laser.
At least we know stuff grows in here, eh?
Pardon me?
At least we know stuff grows in here, even if it's just weeds.
Well, she grows.
Look at all that clover.
You want to pull all this out of here, you said, right?
What?
All the green stuff? Can
Well-
we just like bury it?
It's weeds. We're gonna have to
We're doing a no dig anyway.
yeah, we're gonna no dig. So we have to level it.
Yeah.
So
So does it need to come out of here? Like,
once you pull up the dirt?
yeah. You want to gorilla cart it?
Yeah.
So just try and peel that layer back a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
Do you want the bark out here? Because maybe we should gorilla cart that.
Get some gloves anyway.
kind of standing it up on the... Do we want this bark in our compost pile?
No, it'll take too long to break down. We can put it by the fire pit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the bark from this.
I know.
The post. What are you all excited about?
Like a store that you just go to and take it over?
Yeah. That's what my life was like working in retail.
That's what I mean. That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
I let Bob out.
Huh? You did? Oh, you're gonna. What's the game plan, boss?
See the orange stripe all the way around?
Yeah.
I think we need to be to that height. We're with our rough grade. So that looks just here. But it's quite uneven because when I brought all this in, remember how wet it was? I just want to scrape it out to get the lumps and bumps out, and I'm probably gonna have to grab the skid steer.
I want to add more rocks to Clyde's burial site.
Oh, there's lots of rocks.
Did I
Oh,
tell you about the dream I had about last night?
yeah, he said he was kissing you.
It was so real.
So if I bring that in, I just want to see how much room I've got underneath everything with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm most likely gonna have to do it with the skid steer. And I'm eventually gonna have to dig up that corner because that's where I have the hydronic lines for the secondary heat. I guess it's primary heat. I don't know yet how the heat's gonna work, but
Yeah.
you see how low we are here?
Yeah.
In comparison to there. It's pretty off. But we do have all the fill from digging the carriage house.
Yeah.
And I don't want to look at that pile all summer. I was gonna put it on the road, but then I was like, oh, we can use it here.
Mm-hmm.
So might as well do that. But which means I'm gonna have to get the skid steer here too, probably today. So I'll get in and do a little bit of this and see how it goes. I can hold that pile down, go get the skid steer. It's gonna take a couple hours probably.
And you said, so we got rid of the barks. We don't need to get rid of the big rock.
I think,
But I'm going to have to pull out what we dig up in the green department.
well, I could do that. I could just scrape all that and then I could go and get the skid steer while you're doing that.
Okay.
Deal?
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts were to get that wrapped around the corner as close as we can to where we're going. Did you look in to see where the pipe comes out of the septic? Yeah. see a spade?
It's over by the compost pile.
I don't. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit. Let me go get this skid steer.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, so the master plan for the greenhouse is we are going to be doing what's called the no dig method. And it's the same thing that we did in our outdoor garden. And what has to happen is, as you saw, we just got rid of the bulk of the weeds. We're going to level this out completely. We are going to decide where we're going to put our garden beds. So map all that out. I don't know if we're going to build the garden beds in. They're going to be ground floor for most of them. And then some of them are going to be raised beds like I have in my glass greenhouse. Like floor, but a little bit higher. And what you do is for the no dig method is you add a full layer of the entire ground surface of cardboard, and the cardboard needs to be uninked, no tape. So there's a lot of work to do to get the cardboard ready, as well as finding the amount of cardboard that we're going to need in here. What the cardboard does is it does two things. So first of all, it will block off photosynthesis for any of these weeds to come back up and take over my garden. And second of all, it's really beneficial to bring earthworms to the surface that are under here. And earthworms are awesome little excavators, and they create little holes in the soil for good drainage. So we'll be doing a layer of cardboard, our planters, map out where they're going to be. We're going to have little walkways with crush like we have in the garden. And then we're on top of the cardboard, we're going to add a couple of feet of composted manure, and then we're going to plant right into that. I'm not too worried if there's a few stragglers of weeds in here because they will die off, hopefully, eventually. It's not going to be perfect. We still do get weeds in our garden, but I don't know that it's coming up from underneath. I think it might be from some of the composted manure that we've brought in from being out in people's fields and whatnot. So yeah, once we get this all leveled, I guess we're going to be starting on building the planters and getting the layout of the greenhouse sorted. Then it's going to be go time. chickens! Come on, chickens!